Hello, the Nutritionists Partnership. Yeah? Yeah? Have you tried turning it off and on again? No, sorry, I used to work for an IT helpline. I mean, it sounds like you're intolerant to wheat. Not at all. That'd be 60 quid. Bye now.
Oh, my God, Mike, the game's up.
What's happened?
I've got a woman in there complaining of the usual stuff. You know, sometimes she's tired, sometimes she's full, sometimes she's hungry. Friends have complained of her moaning. Textbook stuff.
Fine.
So I hit her with, have you tried cutting wheat out of your diet? And then started printing off the bill like usual. And it doesn't work.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No, not the printer, the patter. She said, I'm definitely not intolerant to wheat. Which leaves me pretty much stumped. I mean, usually they just pay up. And all those feelings of sluggishness get masked by the more strong feeling of, you know, really wishing they could have some toast.
OK, don't panic. If you're not buying wheat, try dairy. Have you tried telling her that we all smell of off milk to the Japanese?
She said she didn't care.
Blimey.
So what I was wondering was, shall I still try and flog her the gluten-free vegan ready meal, or will she spot that it's just boxes of rice?
No, don't even try. We need to bring out the big guns. I'm going to go online now and buy you another doctorate. And I want you to go in there and demand to have a look at her shit.
Blimey.
Then charge her top dollar for the most ridiculous personal diet plan that no human could ever stick to and live. That way, either she dies, or she can't complain because she didn't stick to her plan.
OK.
And make sure you tell her that there's loads of fat in crisps. It's irrelevant, but it is at least true. Now, off you go. I've got to go on the One Show in a minute to talk about superfoods, and I haven't made one up yet.
I dare you to say it's white veal.
You're on.
So, moving on. Things are still looking a bit ragged around the Scottish border. So I thought what we needed to do is create some new earldom, put all the major castles under that, and get someone to really organise and streamline the whole operation. So, who's up for that, then?
Sire, as your foremost northern lord, I feel perhaps I may be best placed
Ooh.
to...
Really? I thought this might be one for Lucentio.
What, again?
Problem?
Well, no, I just think that Lucentio's got quite a lot on his plate at the moment.
Has he?
Well, yes, he's Lord Chancellor, Archbishop of Canterbury, Lord High Admiral, Lord Privy Seal.
Stop it.
Keeper of the royal money, taster of the royal cake, king's most favourite fellow, chief wardrobe advisor, and plague czar.
Come on, guys, I mean, he is our top guy. I mean, no offence, fellas, but, you know, I always say, my other barons bring me problems, Lucentio brings me solutions. Was that Northumberland?
Nothing.
With respect, Your Majesty, what solutions? I mean, what's he actually done?
I don't know where to start. I mean, what hasn't he done?
All right, what hasn't he done?
He hasn't won a war with France.
Now, that wasn't Lucentio's fault, was it? The French were on bloody good form that day. Bloody good form, and you've got to hand it to them.
What? Normandy. We had to hand it to them.
Well, yes, all right. But, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, you all like Lucentio, yeah? I mean, you all like Lucentio as much as I do, right?
I don't think we all like him quite as much as you do.
Well, he speaks very highly of you, Warwick. I've really come to see Warwick as a friend. He was saying that to me just the other day, weren't you?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Lucentio.
Christ. See? That's better. Good. Right, so Lucentio is Earl of the Northern Marches. Right, what's next? Oh, yes. OK, so it's Lucentio's half-birthday next week. So who's got a daughter who's a virgin?
Oh, God.
What?
Just got a text from Phil. Sorry, can't make it to your party. Day after we move, we'll be in unpacking hell.
What's wrong with that? That's fair enough.
Yeah, but he's only saying that to make sure I know he's moving, because the last time I moved, he helped me, and he wants to make sure I return the favour.
I think you're reading too much into it.
No, I'm reading the follow-up text. Phil's just saying that because the last time you moved, he helped you, and he wants to make sure you return the favour. Why would he text that? And why is he referring to himself in the third person?
Is that a new phone?
Yeah?
Ah, that would be it then. You got subtext turned on.
What?
Yeah, it's a whole new thing. With every text, you get a free subtext. Look, hold on. Message 1, brilliant review in the Independent, Rob. That's more like it. Message 2, Sarah is only saying that to let you know she's read the awful review in the Telegraph, the one that goes on and on about your teeth. What now?
Well, I was just texting Phil back, something jokey and non-committal, but it's come out as, my failure to help you move will hasten the decline of an already dying friendship. We won't meet again until a chance encounter in a branch of Halfords in 2013, which will end in my buying a cycle helmet I have no need of just to avoid going for a drink with you.
You've got predictive text on.
It's the education debate that just won't go away.
Amazing.
Both government and examining boards have found themselves under fire this week when it was announced that in this year's A-levels, everyone got an A. So what did you get?
14 A's.
And you?
Well, it's been a wonderful year, and it's great to see the students letting their hair down and taking some well-earned recreational time.
And what do you say to the claim that the exams have got easier?
Which is up? Which is up?
Why can't people accept the simple fact that every year for the last 30, teenagers have grown empirically cleverer by between 3 and 7% without a single dip ever?
But of course, with so many successful students, the pressure on university places is greater than ever.
Well, of course, everyone's got such excellent results these days, but it's impossible to tell them apart, so we've had to go back to nepotism.
But what about meritocracy, social mobility? What happens to children from poorer backgrounds?
Well, they have all these A's these days, but then so do the posh kids, and the posh kids are expected to go to university, so we feel the kindest thing is to let them.
Strong words there from the Regis Professor of Philosophy and GCSE Textiles. Education Minister, what's your response?
I just find it very sad that at this time of year the chattering classes seek to disparage.
Disparage?
Slag off.
Oh, sorry. The words module stopped being compulsory the year above me.
Seek to slag off the achievements of our nation's youth.
But how do you respond to fears that the knock-on effect of easier and easier exams will inevitably lead to a decline in our very civilization?
That's an utterly spurious hypothesis. Where? And by the time that happened, we'd notice.
Minister, thank you. Well, coming up next on BBC Two, something of a treat for culture vultures, Leslie Garrett and Dr. David Starkey introduce footage of kittens falling over. Good night.
Toilets upstairs, coffee machine in the stairwell. Be careful, though. It doesn't take £2 coins, and the espresso tastes like boiled shoes. Right, everyone, listen up. This is Detective Constable Mike Busman. He'll be joining us from today. I'd like you all to make him feel very welcome, subject to the provisions of the Sexual Harassment Act of 1975. Right, back to work. Mike, you'll be working with one of the old school, Detective Sergeant Alan Christmas. Christmas!
What?
Christmas! Meet your new partner.
Mark Busman, good to meet you.
Sorry about that. Always get a bit repeaty after Sprouts. So, you're the new boy, eh? Well, come on. Let's get going.
Oh, I'm driving, am I?
Well, I'm not. I've had 15 sweet sherries already this morning.